Welcome everyone to 912 Financial Group's review of the 912 Playbook, mid-May 2024 featured investor suggestion. Okay, let's get started. JB Hunt Transport Services, Inc. We reviewed the chart, did our internal analysis, and decided the risk reward was there to suggest entering a bullish position with JBHT at 164.80. We decided that a good place to put our stop at the 2021 lows and set a target for it to return to where it was trading prior to the April earnings miss. So our stop is 133.35 and our target is 197.85. So using that information, we produced our trade suggestion. Given where the stock is currently trading and our target and stop, we construct the position of buying a November 175 call, selling a November 200 call, and selling two November 140 puts. Why November? Because we are investing, and we target about 6 months for these investor suggestions. Now, you will notice that the suggestion makes note of a conservative trader. The conservative trader will utilize a stop, while the aggressive trader will not. When you enter this trade, you need to decide if you are willing to take ownership at the short put strike, because that is the risk of the strategy. It may seem counterintuitive, but featured investor suggestions benefit those who are aggressive in their desire to take ownership of the underlying via exposure to the two short puts if the underlying takes another leg down. Because while the conservative trader locks in a loss at the stop due to the increase in short put premium and the decrease in net long call premium, those who hold the position to expiration will benefit from premium decay. They will also benefit from that window of forgiveness between the long call and the short puts, where the position can expire without harm to the trader. There will be daily P&L swings, but the only way the aggressive trader can lose is if the stock closes below the short put strike on expiration, where he now becomes an owner at the level the trader intended to own the stock. It's this large window of forgiveness where we can be wrong and not lose money that makes this strategy unique. As for maintenance for this position, for the conservative trader, it's remarkably simple. Place an OCO. One cancels the other in order to close the entire position. Should JBHT trade either 133.35 or 197.85. Have bids to close your short puts at 5 cents, good until canceled. Canceling your downside stop should you get filled. For the aggressive trader, it's even simpler. Only place an order to close both call units should JBHT trade 197.85, and let the short puts do what they will until you either get them back at 5 cents or they expire in the money and you own the stock. Or both would close the long call should it close in the money on expiration day. Both would bid for their short calls at 5 cents good until canceled. The conservative trader wants zero residual position at the end of the life of the trade. The aggressive trader would only have a residual position should they get assigned on the 140 puts prior to closing them at 5 cents. The margin usage should be the margin used to sell two November 140 puts. If you would like to reduce the requirement, you can buy further out of the money November puts, the 120s or the 100s. But that would increase the cost of the trade by the cost of two of those units. So this is our starting point. Okay, let's see what happened. JBHT opened and went a little lower on May 20th, allowing you to be filled at your 10-cent credit bid. At the end of May, JBHT closed at 160.75. The position closed at a 185 credit, and with the 10-cent credit at entry, you are down $175. At the end of June, JBHT closed at 160. The position closed at a 245 credit, and with a 10-cent credit at entry, you are down $235. At the end of July, JBHT closed at 173.15. The position closed at a 417 debit, and with the 10-cent credit at entry, you are up $427. At the end of August, JBHT closed at 173.20. The position closed at a 380 debit, and with the 10-cent credit at entry, you are up $390. At the end of September, JBHT closed at 172.33. The position closed at a 507 debit, and with the 10-cent credit at entry, you are up $517 at the end of October. JBHT closed at 180.62. The position closed at a 715 debit, and with the 10-cent credit at entry, you are up $725 during the month of November. Both the aggressive and conservative trader were able to close the November 140 put on November 5th for 5 cents or 10 cents in total. The cost of the trade rose from a 10-cent credit to a zero-cost trade, but it also removed the downside risk and allowed the conservative trader to cancel their stop. Later in the month, JBHT continued to rally and hit our 197.85 target on November 11th, at which point both the aggressive and conservative trader were able to close the remaining November 175-200 bull call spreads for 2080, closing the position with a $2,080 profit for both traders. And here's the lesson to be learned from this trade suggestion. Investing involves looking for good opportunities within the big picture, and good opportunities rarely look good at the time they are presented. We like to invest when things look bad, identifying good companies at a discounted price, and expecting future improvement in price not in a day, a week, or even a month. We are investing, not swing trading. In fact, when we at 912 Financial Group make a featured investor trade suggestion, we operate under the premise that we are 100% okay with, in fact. We desire ownership of the stock or index we are suggesting at the discounted levels the positions would produce should the short puts turn to ownership at their strike price. We're in it for the long haul. Sometimes the desire to not lose money costs you more in the end. Fortunately, that wasn't the case this time, as JBHT didn't come close to hitting the conservative trader's downside stop. And in the end, both the conservative trader and the aggressive trader walked away with the same $2,080 profit and zero residual position. As our maintenance for this strategy is to close our call position should JBHT hit our target. Not a bad profit, given the risk of the trade was owning JB Hunt at 140. That said, if you are viewing this review and are still not sure about subscribing, request a free 14-day trial edition at 912financialgroup.com or contact us with comments or criticism at 912financialgroup.com. Check us out at 912FinGroup on X. Have a great day.